Houston, we have a problem. Where is the plan and where is the execution of the plan? It's a big defeat for President Trump today.
Donald Trump's biggest supporters are melting down after a disastrous start to the incoming Trump administration. But not for the reasons that you might think. My name is Brett Meiselas with the MeidasTouch Network. Make sure to hit subscribe and help us get to 4 million subscribers. So Trump supporters right now feel absolutely defeated after Matt Gaetz decided to withdraw his bid to be Trump's attorney general. Apparently, these Trump supporters thought that someone credibly accused of sex trafficking minors should be in charge of our Department of Justice. Now that Gaetz's bid for AG has gone down in flames, paired with the fact that the MAGA-backed candidate for Senate leader Rick Scott lost to Mitch McConnell's acolyte John Thune, these Trump supporters are freaking out, declaring that the deep state is already winning. Ah, yes, it was the deep state, and not the fact that the House Ethics Committee reportedly has mounting evidence of Gaetz's misconduct, including a history of Venmo payments for sex. You cannot make this stuff up, folks. First, let's check in with former Trump aide, convict, and podcaster Steve Bannon, who is melting down over what he says was a, quote, big defeat for MAGA. Bannon describes Gaetz as a casualty of war. Watch this.
We have a problem, Houston. We have a problem. The anchor on the other side, Matt Gaetz, is now a casualty of war. He is a casualty of political war. He's our first casualty. Fix bayonets. You're in the trenches. You're going over the top. Boom. Gaetz is gone. You just lose them right at the beginning. And these are the types of guys you can never make up. That's Gaetz. Gaetz is out. They're blood in the water, and they got to win. They get a big win. We took a casualty today. One of the best warriors we have, in all his imperfections, and he's quite imperfect, as Donald Trump is imperfect, as Stephen K. Bannon is a super imperfect. We took a casualty today. One of the reasons we took a casualty, I hate to say it, let me be brutally frank, you can't stick these people out there with no air cover. What are we doing? You can't stick them out there and take them off television. They're the best at selling themselves. You take them off television for 5, 6, 7, 8 days, and it's nothing but incoming. Where is the plan and where is the execution of the plan? It's a big defeat for President Trump today. And trust me, those demons and jackals and hyenas up there in the United States Senate, Mitch McConnell, that crowd, they know it.
I don't know about you, but I find that very enjoyable to watch. And all across MAGA world, they are not taking this news well. Do you remember Owen Shroyer by any chance? Shroyer is Alex Jones's sidekick. He hosts over at InfoWars, or what was InfoWars. Shroyer also was sentenced to 2 months in jail for his role in the January 6th insurrection. To remind you, here was a clip of his farewell address to the Alex Jones audience before he headed to turn himself into the authorities for his jail sentence. Watch this.
Owen Shroyer here, and I am about to turn myself in to be a speech prisoner in Biden's America. Unfortunately, we knew that things would get this bad. Unfortunately, we knew the Democrats were this corrupt, and now I have to hit the front lines and be a speech prisoner in Biden's America.
And so following the news of Matt Gaetz's withdrawal on Friday, Owen Shroyer posted the following. He wrote, quote, MAGA morale is way down currently. The only thing that can save it right now would be Kash Patel for FBI director. You see, they always want to be as extremist as possible, and when that doesn't work out for them, they get very, very depressed. And here are some of the replies to Shroyer's post. Some folks were trying to say that things weren't all that bad for MAGA, to which this Trump voter replied, quote, you have a lot of people coping and lying to themselves in the replies. We have gotten off to a terrible start. They literally just blackmailed Matt Gaetz and kicked him out of government. John Thune is a younger McCarthy, and you guys need to quit lying to yourselves and accept it. Another one of Shroyer's followers wrote, quote, the AG situation and the Dr. Oz pick, 2 big L's for MAGA, losses. We need a win to get some momentum back. Shroyer also doesn't seem too pleased with who Trump selected as Gates' replacement, which is former Florida Attorney General Pam Bondi. Shroyer reposted this video of Bondi with Trump that says, "Breaking, incoming Attorney General Pam Bondi is a major advocate for red flag laws." And in the clip, Bondi is seen chatting with Trump about taking guns away from dangerous people. It's funny that these are the things that MAGA takes issue with. But don't worry, Steve Bannon and Owen Shroyer, you could always stay in touch with Matt Gaetz via the Cameo app. I'm not making this up. Matt Gaetz is now following George Santos' lead in the scandal-ridden former GOP congressman to Cameo pipeline. You could have Matt Gaetz record a message for you for the bargain price of $500. Well, at least people get to Venmo him this time, I guess. Just what a fall from grace, from being a U.S. congressman to nearly becoming the Attorney General of the United States, and now you are selling yourself on Cameo. Speaking of raising money online, that reminds me of when Owen Shroyer tried to start a GoFundMe back in 2021 for his legal defense fund for his January 6th case, and GoFundMe ended up canceling his account. Watch this.
First, let me address that. We had a GoFundMe account, very little time to schedule or plan any of this when they released these documents on a Friday, right before the weekend. But we were able to get a GoFundMe account up and running Saturday morning, and it reached, I think, $23,000 within a few hours. GoFundMe then sent me an email, suspended my account, said it was under review, and I had to just address these 3 things in my account. They gave me a bullet point of 3 things I needed to address. I addressed them. They said they'd review it, and then they just said, no, you're not allowed to do any crowdfunding. So that's a pretty amazing precedent. I didn't violate any laws. They claim that I, violated the terms and conditions, but it was very ambiguous. But that's not even the point.
And meanwhile, we are seeing other Trump voters who are furious about the utter incompetence of Trump's selections for his cabinet. Here was an exchange on the conservative subreddit regarding the withdrawal of Matt Gaetz as AG. Somebody wrote, "What's the point of draining the swamp if we fill these positions with lifelong bureaucrats?" To which another Trump voter responded, "Doesn't have to be a lifelong bureaucrat, but it can at least be someone with some legitimate expertise and standing. Draining the swamp doesn't mean you don't have to be qualified to lead these things." He picked a guy with a tiny bit of military experience and nothing else to lead the entire Department of Defense. He picked a woman that's never had a job that wasn't an elected official in South Dakota to lead the Department of Homeland Security and handle the border crisis. These are horrible picks to lead and do the most important departments in our country. I simply don't get it. Well, to those Trump voters who have been effing around, welcome to the find out stage. And there is certainly a whole lot more to come. I'm going to leave you all with this video. It's a song from a duo on TikTok who calls themselves Original Sinfluencer. Here's their song about MAGA effing around and now finding out. Watch this. I love it. Thank you so much for watching. Remember to subscribe and help us get to 4 million subscribers. Oh, and be sure to follow us on Blue Sky. Thanks again. I'll see you soon.
Hey, Midas Mighty. Love this report? Continue the conversation by following us on Instagram @MeidasTouch to keep up with the most important news of the day. What are you waiting for? Follow us now.